Hello twin flames and welcome to the DM to DF reading for Sunday. So I'm going to use 2 decks of cards for this reading today. Divine Masculine, the Silence, and the Hermit Tarot. So thank you, angels. What do the masculines want to say to you right now, Divine Feminine? What do the masculines want to say to you? What do they want to make you aware of? And you know, this is a deck that's connected with the silent times when you're in separation, when they're deep in thought. But it can also be, you know, if you're in communication, you're waiting for a response to a message and they've gone silent or distant, this is what's going on in the head. So what's happening with the Divine Masculine right now? What do we need to know? So first of all, he's saying to you, you mean more to me than anyone ever has, and I'm learning what that means. And that's so true. You know, when he looks at you, he feels perfection. He sees perfection. You mean more to me than anyone ever has. I'm learning what that means. So that's why he goes silent, distant. That's why he goes within himself, because he's trying to understand what that means for his life, for his own self. That he's never felt this way before. It's something magical and special. I'm hoping that you will contact me. And that's the masculines being a little bit selfish there. You know, thinking, well, if I just wait long enough, you know, if I just hold and bide my time, then the feminine will contact me. Because that's what you usually do, Divine Feminine. You usually reach out to your twin. You know, whether you feel guided to, you feel the urge to, or you're just panicking and, you know, you want to get that communication going, you usually reach out to your twin. And you're teaching your masculine, when you're not doing that, to contact you. And that's why this connection is so powerful, because as a Divine Feminine, we learn to let go of control. We learn to let go of the need to reach out. We learn to allow the masculine to take the lead in the connection. And that's what the masculine needs to learn. You know, the masculine, you may think he has it easy because you're constantly the one communicating with him. But he's struggling with all this pain and fear. And he fears rejection. He's afraid that if he reaches out to you, are you going to want him? And I know that you do, and you may think that's totally irrational when you're always letting him know how you feel. But he doesn't always know how you feel. You know, he's afraid too, because he's never felt this way before. He's afraid of being hurt. He's afraid of being vulnerable with you. And he's saying, you are the only real thing in my life. Think how scary that is. Especially if he's already in a relationship, he's got children, he's built a life around something, and he's thinking, this isn't real. This is fake. This isn't what I want. And he looks at you and he thinks you're the only real thing in my life. So it's very scary, because he knows he's got to make big changes. And he's got to pull himself out of what he's always done. I'm trying to heal my insecurities about the habits I have that you may not like. So he's also showing you he has habits. Things that you may not like. Because he sees you as perfection. And he thinks, how are you going to cope with the little things that are going to get on your nerves? The things that I do that get on my own nerves that may get on your nerves. So he's healing insecurities about that. And I have a lot going on right now. So he's letting you know he's in his headspace. He's thinking, he's processing, he's working things out. Because he wants to be able to marry you, love you, and give you the world. And that's why he's got a lot going on. Because if he's already in a relationship, or he's already made obligations with another, he has to release himself from that. So he can be able to be with you, and not just be with you, Divine Feminine, but marry you and commit to you and have the life that you've always dreamed of together. He's saying you are my future. They're giving me fear, even if I've said otherwise. Now, the masculines sometimes lie about things. They say, oh, it's over, we're never going to be together, move on, go and be with someone else. You know, I'm never going to leave my person, or whatever they say. He's saying to you, you are my future, even if I have said otherwise. And he's got a lot going on right now, because he wants to be able to be in a position where he can actually be with you. I want to be able to marry you, love you, and give you the world. And that's the future he sees. That's what he dreams about, because you mean more to him than anyone else ever has. And he's trying to work out what that is. So you don't need to contact your twin, because he's coming to terms with all of this information. And what you're doing right now by not contacting him is showing him that you have a life too. And he worries then. He thinks, you know, are you going to leave me? what are you going to do? Are you with somebody else? What are you doing? So he gets very curious. He's saying, I'm in so much pain. And he's in pain because he isn't by your side. He's in pain because he doesn't want to lose you. He's in pain because he's wondering what you're up to. And that's why he's hoping that you'll contact him. And he can't, be in that energy. He has to take control. I want you to choose. It's like he's saying, I want you to contact me. I want you to choose. I want you to make a decision for me. And he can't. He has to do it himself. And you may be thinking, I just want you to choose me. But he's already chose you. It's himself he's struggling to choose. Why? Because he's got insecurities about habits that, he doesn't like. And he's wondering if you're going to put up with them. If you're going to get annoyed with him and send him on his merry way. It's time to ground yourself. So the masculine has got to ground himself now. He needs to really go within himself and say, I'm taking control. I'm going to reach out to her or him. I'm going to let you know how I feel now. And I just dream and wish for everything. And this really makes sense with, the message we did earlier with this step, because the masculine was saying, I just wish things were different. I wish you'd contact me. I wish you'd choose for me. I wish you'd make it easy for me. And he's saying, I just dream and wish for everything. So he's dreaming, he's wishing, he's thinking, but that's not going to make changes. It's going to help because it's going to activate the law of attraction in the universe and bring in angelic power. But he needs to be the one to make this move. So Divine Feminine, don't think, I'm going to reach out then because he's hoping that I will contact him. Because he needs to understand, he needs to learn. And right now, you not contacting him is teaching him a big lesson. It's what he needs to understand, that he has to be the one to choose. He has to be the one to take action. He has to be the one to take the lead. And that's why he's spending some time with friends or with family to ground himself. Because he's realising that you mean more than anyone ever has. And that's why he's in pain. Because he wants to be with you. He's dreaming about being with you. He's just saying, I wish it was different. I wish that I could just click my fingers and have everything now. Because I want to be able to marry you, love you, and be with you and give you the world. And the thing that's really standing out here is where he's saying, you are my future, even if I have said otherwise. So that's what the angels want you to take away. If he said otherwise, and the masculines always do that somehow in this connection, or they make you feel that way when they block you, ghost you, or ignore you. Even if I've acted or said otherwise, you are my future. And I want to be able to give you the world and marry you. And this is what I'm dreaming about. This is what I'm wishing for. And that's why I'm in so much pain. So let him contact you. He may be wanting you to contact him, but deep down, Divine Feminine, that the more you do that, the more he's training him to kind of wait and, not be forceful in this connection. And he needs to take the lead. And, he is coming towards you. He is making changes. But he needs to do it now more than ever because he's being guided to do it more than ever. So give him time. Don't worry. Don't think it's over because he is your future. And he's saying that you are my future even if I've said otherwise. So don't let fear make you take action when you're thinking, I need to set this boundary. I need him to come forward. I need him to release the karmic situation before he's free to be with me. So trust in the love. He will contact you when he's ready because you are his world. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.